How to fill your shapes with symmetrical designs in Affinity Photo. Go to one of the shapes. I'm going to go with the ellipse. So there's the ellipse. Set the fill to nothing. Set the stroke to black, and I'm going to go with 31 points. Click on the document and drag. So it's completely hollow. Nothing there. And position it in the centre. Approximately the centre there. I think that's about the centre. You could, of course, use a grid. You could go to View and use a grid to precisely place it. Once you've done that, go here to the Paintbrush tool. Select that in the Tools panel. Then go to the brushes. Select a brush first. So I'm just going to go with one of these ones. This one's a Comics G pen, and that's in the inks. I think the inks ones are quite nice, but you can use any of the others. And you can set it to black, green, blue, etc. Then set the width, 48. I'm going with stabilizer, all these things set here, length, and symmetry set to on. So symmetry set to on, and 16, and mirror and lock. And the reason the lock is quite easy to move. Also, deselect the wet edges. And then just go to the document and apply. Now I'm using an art pattern pen, but you can do much the same with a mouse. And just simply drag outwards. Go backwards, move backwards and forwards just to create that sort of design. So weave in and out. You can go here and just continue to weave in again in that gap there. And then you can just maybe weave a little bit more in the centre there. And just, you don't have to. Don't have to at all. You don't have to fill all the spaces. But you can see you can create all kinds of different designs. Maybe add some dots to the design. Okay, so you've got your design there. Now you can't fill outside. If you try and draw outside, there's nothing appearing. It's all confined within this circle, this ellipse. So anything there, just you can see the design going there. So now you've got that. Well, what you can do then is you can rasterize this design. So you've got here, go over here to the layers, and all it is here is a pixel layer, which you can remove if you don't want it. Simply just deselect it. So you can click then, go to the ellipse. You can also, of course, add additional brush strokes, etc. in there as well, if you want to make even more complex designs. Because with that selected there, just go to Layer and go to New Layer. And you can see now you've got another pixel layer. And in this case, I'm going to go with maybe change the colour. So just go here and instead of black, I'm going to go with red. And I'm going to apply that. Again, Paintbrush tool and apply. And you can weave in and out that way. And again, it still stops at the edge of this ellipse. However, another thing you can do is you can apply effects to it. So with that pixel layer there, you can go down here to FX. So click there, go for 3D. You can just change the radius. Maybe not push it too much because it just blurs it out. Also, outer shadow, maybe add an outer shadow. And you can see now you've got a bit of depth there as well. And close. And you've got this design. Well, what you can do, you can now go to Layer and you can rasterize. The whole thing will be rasterized. So rasterize, and now you can see you've got a pixel layer. Just a standard pixel layer. And of course what you can do, you can then, if you want to, go to the brushes, right side menu, and new brush from selection. So you can select that, and you can see your brush down there, which you can then use as a brush stroke. But you've also got this as a layer. And you can hold down the Alt or Option key and duplicate. Let's move that out of the way. And you can reposition it there. So you can create a very complex design, again, just by doing this. A couple of designs like that. Or maybe, just delete those. Got that design. You can always go to Layer and New Pattern Layer from Selection. And then you've got, and I'm just going to go to the layer so I can just remove the previous one, delete that. You can see now you've got a pattern design using that, which you can resize, rotate, shear, etc. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear. Thank you much.